अस्सलाम वालेकुम। आज हमारा यहाँ पे एक कंक्लूडिंग सेशन है। दिस इज द लास्ट सेशन फॉर 6 digits। और आज के पैटर्न में what we will be doing, we have invited some of your representative, which is called member network panel. Members की एक पूरी representation होती है, एक election का पूरा process होता है जिसके through MNP elect होते हैं, and then these MNP members become a representative for membership in Pakistan. और हमारे पास different patrons हैं। उमर जहीर मीर हमारे साथ हैं, who is the chairperson of MNP in Pakistan, and Tahir Sartaj हमारे साथ हैं, who is also a part of the member network panel in Pakistan. We will wait for a couple of minutes so more people can join before we can kick off. But आज का हमारा एक concluding session होगा, and we will try introductions के बाद उमर आपके साथ थोड़ा सा share कर रहे होंगे कि what MNP does and how, most importantly, how you will get engaged with MNP and how you will become an MNP going forward if you choose to. उसका process क्या होता है and how we really उस election process के लिए क्या चीजें चाहिए होती हैं, advocacy awards क्या होते हैं और advocacy। So इस सारे सिनेरियो को हम अभी थोड़ी देर में डिस्कस करेंगे। We will just wait for a couple of minutes so more people can join. We can see a lot of people who are coming in, and there are few messages as well that they are coming and joining. उमर मुझसे पूछ रहे थे कि सारे लोग जो हैं वो क्यों नहीं ज्वाइन करते at a one point of time if there are 1200 people who are a part of the program, so why can't we see those 1200 program in a one go? So मैंने तो यही एक्सक्यूज दिया है कि इट्स सिग्निफिकेंटली टाइमिंग का डिफरेंस होता है। मैं ये तो नहीं कह सकता some people are very regular, consistent, excited and committed and some are not. But I hope most of the people are taking advantage of the recording if they are unable to join. But we see a lot of activity among 400-500 members जो कि WhatsApp पे हैं, उनका बड़ा regular एक interaction रहता है, जो जिनको हम बड़ा एक्टिवली कंट्रीब्यूट करते हुए देखते हैं। और टीम्स में और जो नॉन मॉडरेटेड सेशन है उसमें भी हमारे पास एक अच्छी खासी स्ट्रेंथ होती है, which is Farshad, thank you, Sir Sajid and Harun, for fantastic session and precious time. It's not our time, it's your time which is precious. You are going through what in my language हम उसकी बात करते हैं कि make and break के stage पे हैं. You are very very young. You have to make choices now. You are presented with the different choices. So हमारा काम ये है कि हम आपके लिए कोई क्राइटेरिया आपके लिए आपके साथ मिलके एस्टैब्लिश करें या आपको उन क्राइटेरियाज के मुतालिक हम डिस्कशन कर सकें कि वो क्या क्राइटेरियाज होते हैं जिस पे वो चॉइसेस आप एक्सरसाइज करते हैं, क्योंकि चॉइसेस के इन द लॉन्ग रन डेफिनेटली consequences आते हैं. So it's your time which is very very valuable right now because you are the one who is shaping up your career at this stage. So understand that these are the opportunities, and these are not the only opportunities. There are a lot of other opportunities like 2 weeks too strong, 6 digit, और अभी very recently you will see January में हमारा actual launch हो रहा होगा. Next month and a half हम लोग promote कर रहे होंगे. There is a new program 7 digit for senior members, FCCAs, who have already attained the 250,000 ka minimum benchmark. How they will get to a first million per month ka, how they will be getting there. So I think those are the opportunities where as long as you are engaged with the network, with the body, I think you will be presented with the opportunities where you can avail or use those resources. जैसे मैंने शुरू में भी बात की थी, Murtaza, there was no inconvenience. I think you always help us to trigger a conversation, so that's always good. So just going back to that, last time भी हमने बात की थी एक बड़े इनिशियल स्टेज पे कि अगर आप एक जिम की सब्सक्रिप्शन देते रहेंगे और आप जिम में जाएंगे नहीं, उस मशीन को नहीं यूज करेंगे, उन सर्विसेज को नहीं यूज करेंगे और अपने लिए कोई गोल नहीं सेट करेंगे, तो आपकी सब्सक्रिप्शन पे करने से आपके वेट में, आपकी शेप में कोई चेंज नहीं आएगी. तो सिमिलरली you have to understand you are paying for the services you are getting. It's not the free services, although it comes as a कि आपको इस particular service का पे नहीं करना, but overall you are paying a certain subscription which basically help us to build these kind of programs to take you forward or to support you in your career. So I think इस चीज को अंडरस्टैंड करना बहुत जरूरी है. अगेन, जैसे मैंने पहले बात की कि अगर आप एक जिम की सब्सक्रिप्शन पे करते हैं तो अनलेस अंटिल आप उस जिम को यूज नहीं करेंगे, बेनिफिट नहीं होगा. सिमिलरली आप एसीसी को एक सब्सक्रिप्शन पे कर रहे हैं, सो अनलेस अंटिल आप उसके रिसोर्सेज यूज नहीं करेंगे, आपके लिए उस तरह का बेनिफिट नहीं होगा. So I think now we have got enough people. Let me bring Umar Zahir Mir in the picture. Umar, if you're ready. So let me introduce Umar Zahir Mir, who is a chairperson and chairman of our member network panel in Pakistan. And he's very, very active in terms of delivering value and advocating ACCA across the board, not only in Pakistan, outside Pakistan as well. So over to you, Umar.
Thank you very much, Sajid. First of all, congratulations to you and our entire team of ACCA for putting together this second edition of 6 digits. And the first edition was an astounding success. Even the global CEO, Helen Brand, praised that. And we must appreciate the efforts of the entire ACCA team, especially led by Sajid. So, the aim for today's session is to introduce you with the structure of MNP, the deliverance, how you can become a part of it, what we are doing for you, and how you can communicate your aspirations to us. So first things first, my name is Umar Zahir Mir. I'm a fellow chartered certified accountant. In addition to this, I am also a CFA, and beside that, I'm also a CPFA, a CA, certified anti-money laundering specialist, etc., etc. There's a plethora of qualifications there, which is all available on our firm's website, mlcc.pk, and I'm sure you can view that in your free time. Beside the professional qualifications, I have over 17 years fund of experience, having worked both abroad as well as in Pakistan. At the moment, I'm working as a managing partner at MLCC for taxation and corporate services. That's Millennium Law and Corporate Company for you, which happens to be the pioneer ACCM legal practicing firm in the entire region. And it's been an honor for us because the ACCA president of that time, Brian McHenry, especially came to Pakistan and along with Sajid awarded us the first practicing certificate. Now, further on, in addition to this, those of you who do like to read can read. I write on art technical subjects very regularly in almost all the major English language dailies, be it Daily Times, Nation, sometimes Express Tribune, the News, etc., etc. And in addition to that, I'm also an expert trainer. And as many of you have seen me in the CPD programs of our very own ACCA. So I think that's pretty much about me. I also sit on the board of a few corporate entities and think tanks, and I'm honored with regard to ACCA to be the second time unanimous chair of ACCA's MNP in Pakistan and the fourth time chair of our taxation subcommittee. In addition to that, I also sit on the professional expert forum and I'm a part of the global tax forum. I'm also representing Pakistan on the ACCA's International Assembly. And beside that, I'm on the editorial board of Policy Insights for ACCA. So that's pretty much about me. let's move on to MNP and ACCA. So ACCA, Association of Chartered Certified Accountant, is basically what the name suggests, an association of us all, we, the Chartered Certified Accountants. So the way it works is that we have the council at the highest level, which is the global sounding board, and it helps devise the strategies at a global level, which helps ACCA to continue to think ahead and lead the profession. So all these strategies, all these policies that impacts the entire profession and certainly impact us all, me, you, etc., they are within the domain of the council. As far as MNP is concerned, it's the abbreviation of the Members Network Panel. While Council is a global body looking at ACCA's policies from a global perspective, MNP is basically the representation of a market or a country. So MNP Pakistan is focused on the domain in Pakistan. Basically, the MNP is an advisory body. The purpose of the MNP is to advise the ACCA officials in Pakistan, as well as the council on the challenges we are facing, on members' aspirations, on what should be done, but that's pretty much it. All the initiatives that you see, be it the MOUs, the CPDs, the programs, uh, networking, etc., etc., these are going beyond the call of duty. And I must appreciate, especially Sajid, without whose cooperation these would not have been possible. So MNP comprises of 10 people, and any council member is ex officio member of the MNP too. So at the moment, we have 10 people. Number one, I've introduced myself as the chairman of the member network panel. Then we have Fiza Imran, who is the current, who is a female member, FCCA, and she is currently the vice chair of the member network panel. We also have Mr. Arsalan Shabir with us. And basically, before I continue on with the introduction, it is worth sharing with you that since the last tenure, when I was the chair for the first time for the MNP, we have created 9 subcommittees and societies, each focused on a vital area. So we have a subcommittee and society for employability. We have one for academia, and Tahir Sartaj, who has joined us today, is heading that one. We have one for entrepreneurship, which is headed by Ali Zahir, who is also a member of the MNP. Fiza is heading the Women in Finance initiative. Then we also have Murtaza Hassan with us. We have Salman Irshad, who is heading the corporate governance non-banking subcommittee. We also have Salman Zafar, who is heading the corporate governance banking subcommittee. We also have Maz Masood Ansari. We also have Kuratullah and Heather. I hope I didn't miss anyone, Tahir, did I? Tahir, you need to unmute yourself.
Yes, assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I'm sorry, I'm not getting what you are.
I was saying, I hope I took everyone's name because I wouldn't want to end up missing anyone.
Exactly. I think you have already taken it.
Thank you very much. Thank you, my friend. So the MNP currently comprises of myself, Fiza, Arsalan, Maz, Salman Irshad, Salman Zafar, Tahir Sartaj, Murtaza, Kuratulan, and Ali. So these are the 10 people. The structure of MNP is such that every term, and a term is normally 2 years long, at the end of the term, we have an election for 5 seats, and 5 seats are nominated. Recommendations are sent by the chair of the MNP based on various factors, existing performances, ACCA's objectives, to the head of ACCA. And the head of ACCA then takes the final decision on those nominations. as per the constitution of MNP, the head of ACCA Pakistan is also the secretary to the MNP Pakistan. However, if his schedule is busy, he can assign any member of the staff to act on his behalf for doing that duty. Now that you have a basic idea of the structure and the working and the composition, I think it's worth pointing out some of the initiatives that we have undertaken on your behalf. So we are very glad and take a lot of pride in sharing that we spearheaded these CPD programs, starting with an extensive focus on local laws and taxation, and then developing that in other areas, upcoming technology, audit, IFRS, you name it, almost all these major areas. I myself have conducted, I think, more than 100 CPD sessions to date, and all the MNP members have contributed in that extensively. I've already mentioned about the practicing certificate, for which we assisted the ACCA team behind the scene a lot, and it wouldn't have been possible without their effort that the first one was launched in Pakistan. And we have also worked tirelessly to get MOUs signed with various tax bars of the country, opening up new and exciting career opportunities for ACCA members. So the perception that there is only audit is not right. Audit is just one of the several areas. And then you are also talking about which kind of audit. So we have taxation practice, we have internal audit, we have other compliance and corporate services. We also have the advisory services and other value addition services. And then we have external statutory audit. So it's just one of the areas. And frankly, it's one of the lost leading one. But in order to retain clients, the firm carry on doing that. The reason emphasizing on this is that I get a lot of members, a lot of students and affiliates, and they have this impression that if we can't get into a firm, or if we can't get a career made out in external audit, we are finished. There is no other option. That is anything but truth. External audit, no doubt, is a very important area of the profession, but it is just one of the many areas. And if I be frank with you, in our circles and off the record, it's a loss leading one. That's not where the big bucks are, if that's what you are more motivated about. Furthermore, I was telling you about the initiatives that we are doing. All the MNP have been working very hard on your behalf. Personally, as far as I'm concerned, most of you would know me. All the existing members, active members already know me. I've been advocating for ACCA for over 17 years now. I joined a student society in 2003, and I've been actively advocating ever since I became a member, since 2008. So almost 12 years now, over a decade. And in these 12 years, a part of my day, each and every single day, is reserved for ACCA activities. My number is public property. If you don't have one already, you can Google it. Otherwise, I'll share it with you. 0322 421 9292. 0322 421 9292. However, the best way to reach me is to send me a WhatsApp message or LinkedIn message, and I will get back to you. So I was telling you that a part of my day is reserved for ACCA fraternity, because I believe that it's our duty and it's a privilege to be able to give back and to contribute. It's not a favor onto anyone, but a blessing for ourselves. That's what my belief is. And I'm very lucky that my entire MNP team shared this belief of mine. So continuing on from MOUs with the tax bars, which opened up new exciting career opportunities for ACCA members. We started with the Lahore tax bar, we went on to Multan tax bar, Karachi tax bar, Pakistan tax bar, etc., you name it. And now ACCA is an equal partner, and ACCA members are recognized and respected in these tax bars associations, which basically act as the semi-regulator for the profession in Pakistan. Next up, we had a discussion and proposed, and were very grateful to Sajid for taking action and led by participation in the 30 days 100 employees program initiatives to ensure that we reach to maximum numbers of high quality employer and strengthen the ACCA brand, leading to a stronger brand and increased employment opportunities for ACCA. It was also with this spirit that we focused on collaborating with chambers, and you'll be glad to know that ACCA is the only professional body to be running an absolutely complimentary tax clinic for the chamber where all the corporates are sitting, and as a result our brand is strengthening and all these corporations recognizing our technical abilities, our brand, the quality of our curriculum, and our members are now leaning and creating more opportunities for ACCA members. Next up, we have also interacted with various regulators, but these things are still private. A lot is happening behind the scene, so I'm not at liberty to say much. But what I can tell you is that we have extensively interacted with FPR, and it has led to a stage where our proposals are implemented. We are invited to sessions. We are planning to collaborate. We have also interacted and coordinated with Punjab Revenue Authority, with other tax regulators, with great benefits for our fraternity. Similarly, the government of Pakistan, the finance ministry, also notified an increment for ACCA government employees who have done ACCA, who are ACCA members. They were given the same increment as the local accounting body was given, and that was a result of all these initiatives and coordinated efforts. Similarly, we also focused on another aspect. One aspect was creating more employment opportunity. Then we took all these initiatives, going to employers, going to chambers, creating employability society. Then we also focused on increasing members' earning potential, focusing towards in addition to employability, the entrepreneurial spirit. So for that, we promoted and guided about setting up your own firm. We also have a separate subcommittee of entrepreneurship, which is now headed by Ali Zahir Mir himself. And in that spirit, we started focusing on increasing the earning potential, and hence the program you are a part of. So the pilot 6-digit program, I was extensively involved in that. I conducted all the taxation sessions, and we had a fantastic result. Our participants who properly participated and attended the entire session, within a short period after the end of the program, all of them got a 6-digit earning capacity, whether by employment or promotion, going to a new employment, or promotion in the existing employment or entrepreneurship, but they got there. And the program was such a success that this time almost 1250 people were selected to be a part of that. And we are very hopeful that those of you who are attending the program seriously will inshallah reap the same benefit. And I will be, and my entire MNP will be in constant contact with you for any guidance that you require. And I must highly appreciate Sajid here, because he has been the driving force behind this. And Sajid is kind enough to often say that the credit goes to member, the credit goes to you, Umar, to your MNP. But I always say the buck stops there, Sajid. You as head of ACCA Pakistan cooperated, you took the leap of faith, you did these initiatives. Just our proposals or suggestions wouldn't have meant that if you wouldn't have taken the initiative. And yes, we are always there to coordinate, and we are there even beyond ourselves. So this time, my old taxation subcommittee members, which we had chosen from the last 6-digit program, were selected to conduct the taxation sessions. Initial plan was that I will join them in these sessions, but because we had an MNP election going on, unfortunately I could not. But I'm sure they would have conducted a very good session. Still, if you need any guidance or you feel there is any area where you need further guidance, please feel free to contact us. So in addition to 6-digit, the purpose of which is to increase your earning capacity by upskilling you, by giving you the softer skills, the confidence, the employability skills, the interviewing skills, the presentation skills, and making sure that you are the right package for the employers. Because the gap that we normally see is that our members say there seems not to be enough good opportunities, and the employers say unfortunately there doesn't seem to be enough good resource. So this is the idea to bridge the gap. And similarly, too weak, too strong, and now as Sajid has already announced, the 7-digit program, which would be focused on more senior members, and MNP will be coordinating, supporting, and participating in all these events. Even in this event, the MNP has participated participated in terms of the taxation sessions and the employability sessions, etc. Beside that, I personally mentored thousands of members, affiliates, and students, and I can proudly say that the number is much higher for the entire MNP collectively together as well. And in addition to that, in line with your aspirations and in confidence, I'm sharing with you, we communicated the challenges we were facing, the 30% currency fluctuation, the COVID situation. And again, I must thank Sajid especially and the entire ACCA Pakistan team who supported us in that. And we took your aspirations to the global head office, and ACCA showed that it cares for its member and took unprecedented steps by extending the deadline for the subscription to the end to okay, I thought I heard someone. If everyone can keep their mics mute, that would be great. So ACCA showed that it cares for us by extending the subscription to the September deadline instead of end of December when it's normally due. You already know you can pay subscription in installment. Then the support level for the reduced subscription, which was £5,000 for several years, was increased to £8,000. And then due to the COVID situation, temporarily to £10,000. We have again given our feedback, and ACCA officials have communicated that we believe that this 10,000 should be made permanent. It shouldn't revert back to 8,000, and we are quite hopeful that our council will consider that positively as well. These are some of the key initiatives, but this is not all. In addition to that, we have also developed mentoring programs. We have developed the professional experts for forum for our members. We have ensured members connectivity by pioneering the WhatsApp group for members networking. So we have WhatsApp group for all the major cities. We also have central ACCA networking group. If you guys would like to be added on that, please feel free to message. I've already shared my number 032242199292. You are also connected with ACCA's customer services. They'll also assist you with that. We have also assisted the finance ministry with key inputs and proposals, and we have also delivered career orientation sessions and motivational sessions for potential students to join ACCA, career guidance sessions for our members and affiliates. And a result of all these efforts has been the enhanced brand recognition, the increased opportunities for ACCA, and several ancillary benefits. I know there are a lot of challenges and there's always room for improvement. But if you compare to a few years before, if you compare to 2-3 years before, you'll see a vast gulf of improvement that has happened, and we can only take it forward and further with your assistance. So I would invite you all to become a part of MNP, to become a part of these subcommittees. Please send us your profile, please send us your interest, please get involved, because if you will not get involved, how would your voice be heard? And after all, what are we but an association? So let us get together. Whatever time you can spare, you must spare for the betterment of the profession. And I would also like to welcome Kuratulan, another of our MNP member. I introduced you in the beginning. She has also joined us. Thank you for joining us, Kuratulan. So coming back to what I was discussing, that all these initiatives have happened in a short span of time. Now, how can you become a part of that? Firstly, as a part of the subcommittees, you can play your part. The way is very simple. You can simply send an expression of interest to the customer services or the members affairs, or you can directly send it to any of the MNP member. I've already shared my contact details, and we will get back to you. Secondly, I've told you about the process of MNP. Those of you who feel they are at a good place in their career and want to volunteer and give back to the profession and the society can then decide to even contest in the next MNP election on the elected seats as well. Then we also have several other initiatives. So every year we award a National Advocacy Award to any member other than the MNP chair who has done outstanding work in terms of advocating for ACCA, helping the other members, guiding the future members, delivering on those bases. And last year, Maz Masood Ansari was the winner, who is now a member of the MNP. He contested the election of the MNP this year after winning the National Advocacy Award of last year. So that's a bright example for you guys to follow. You can also come forward, you can also contribute, deliver, get recognized, and become a part of the MNP as well. So I can see Sajid on the screen, and that's his subtle way of telling me that have a look on the clock and just mind the time. So I'm doing that, and I'll be closing in the next few minutes. With that, I would also like to encourage you to become more involved. MNP election has seen a tremendous upsurge in participation from 5% to almost 18%. But even that is not satisfactory by our standards. We believe that you should be 100% engaged. So please spread the message, tell to other members to get involved, to share their feedback, to share their aspiration, what they want to see happening, and cast their votes, get involved in the process. Similarly, I've shared with you about the council. At the moment, the council elections are going on, the last date of which will be 12th of November, 12 p.m. GMT, that is the UK time. So it will be till 5 p.m. Pakistan time. Because unlike the MNP election, the council election is very long for 5 weeks. Unfortunately, the members' participation ratio is very low. It's much lower. It's historically been around 5 to 6%. And that's the most important platform where you are making your voice heard, where our policies are devised at a global level. So I would encourage you to please go through all the candidates' profiles, see what they stand for, go through their past track record, whether they have been there for you, whether they have been delivering for you, whether they are promising to deliver and will deliver what you aspire to. And then whoever you believe is best, please do cast your vote. That is the most important thing. ACCA always promotes and encourage members to become a part of the process. I hope I've covered all the major areas within our allotted time. As I've said before, if you have any question about anything we discussed, or other than that, be it about career guidance, maybe you want to start a business, maybe you have some issue about the corporate governance, banking or non-banking, maybe you are a female member who wants to get involved, maybe you are a lecturer or a teacher who wants to get involved in the academia side, or you want to just be a part of the entrepreneurship side, or a part of the taxation side, or you want professional guidance, or you want career guidance, your MNP is there. Please do feel free to contact us. You can contact us directly too. But ACCA officials are also very receptive and very positive. So if you are unable to get hold of any of us, you can send them a message and they will also connect you with us. So once again, thank you very much to entire ACCA team for organizing this fantastic initiative. And before I go off, let me tell you something about Sajid, that when he planned for such a huge extension, I mean from just under 2 dozen members to 1250 members for the 6-digit program. I think I was the only one who said, yeah, let's do it. Nobody else said anything, but eyes were saying a lot of things, that it's a huge risk taking in so many members, whether we will be able to deliver capacity, technology, everything. And I remember what Sajid said, that think if we are able to successfully deliver, the kind of impact it will have and the kind of change in the lives of our members that will happen. So thank you, Sajid, for that. Thank you for listening to the advisors of MNP. We are always there to support you and share with you the voices and aspirations of our member. Thank you to all the members and future members who joined today's session and the entire 6-digit session. We are proud of you, and we are sure that inshallah this sessions and the entire program will translate into more career opportunities with you. And I'll finish on this note that just like Sajid, my friend, has also shared, please make sure that you participate in the CPDs, you participate in the events, because no matter the quality of services and events ACCA is organizing, if you do not become a part of that, then unfortunately you would not be able to benefit from that. And that's something we would not want. So let's promise today that we all will stay connected, we all will be positive, and together we will continue to think ahead and lead the profession. Thank you. Over to you, Sajid.
Thank you, Umar, and please stay there. I would request, I think Kuratulan is there and Tahir is there. If you can switch on your videos, please. Umar, if we can get you back.
Yep.
Okay.
Tahir and Kuratulan, can you turn on your cams and unmute yourselves, please?
Yeah, Kuratulan is there. And Tahir, if Salman Zafar is there as well. Salman, if you can also, we would like the members and the student to see you as well, so they can interact with you later at some point of time when we are more on to face-to-face one. Salman Zafar is there as well. Salman, if you can also switch on, Tahir, if you can switch on the video. The interesting thing about the Kuratulan, she was a part of a 6-digit first batch, and I think the best person to really share her experience as well. Tahir, if you can switch on the video as well.
I'm trying. Give me some time, please.
Okay, sure. Kuratulan, if you want to share something with the participant, your past experience, any future aspiration, just letting you know, Kuratulan is a very committed and progressive in terms of how we should be working with our students and member in terms of developing particularly entrepreneurship mindset and the incubation centers, and they have very bright ideas which she is working. And over to you, Kuratulan. So you have to unmute yourself. You are still muted.
She is just too excited
Yeah,
to be back in the
no.
6-digit program.
No, she did a
I mean, all the
financial
memories are
modeling.
back.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You did
I
the
did
financial
wait.
modeling.
I'm still receiving messages and calls from them.
Sure. Any key message from your side, Kuratulan? And Salman, if you also can switch on the video as well, if you can. Okay, I
So
think
the first thing I would like to say is that, guys, please do vote. If any of you haven't yet voted, please do vote and participate. This like Sir Sajid ne bhi and Umar Saab ne bhi बोला, participation ensure करें in every events. Otherwise, किसी भी event का कोई purpose नहीं होगा if you are not participating, because the results we are trying to achieve, we won't be able to achieve them. So please do ensure your participation in CPDs, in जो अभी elections हो रहे हैं, do participate in them, vote. जो भी member आपको लग रहा है that he or she is going to deliver on your expectations, do support them. And regarding 6 digits program, like I would like to ask you guys, how did it go for you? Like our experience was pretty great. इसी वजह से continue भी हुआ, लेकिन how is it going for you guys?
we will come to that, Kuratulan. We will be looking for the feedback. If you are staying with us, I think we will get a very interesting comments from a lot of people who are live here. Tahir, if you want, I think I don't see a video icon there. So if you want to share anything, Tahir, with the participants.
I'm trying to connect it. The video. Actually, I'm connected through my mobile. I don't know why the video is not here, but the audio is here. I'm actually trying to connect through laptop so that I can fix this thing.
So perhaps we can just wait a minute while you try to do that, and we can chit chat a bit while. But Tahir, just try to do it. If you can get the cam on, great. Otherwise, you can just speak.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. First of all, congratulations to all the ACC team for this wonderful initiative of 6-digit program. It's really a good, I mean, I'm really glad to see how the things are moving. I'm associated with ACCA from the last, I believe it's 14 years now after the membership. The way the things are progressing in the last 3 or 4 years is really
Tahir,
very
just
good.
to interrupt you, I can't resist that one. Guys, there was a time even शनाख्ती कार्ड बनने से पहले membership दी जाती थी. So ये 14 साल को don't try to use it to measure age there, right? So yeah, Tahir, please go ahead.
So
Good one,
मेरे लिए तो
Sajid.
बड़ा बिल्कुल सही बात है. बट इट्स रियली अमेजिंग कि हम जो ये पिछले 3-4 साल से जो डेवलपमेंट हो रही है, इट्स रियली वेरी वंडरफुल. बड़ा मजा आ रहा है. ये सारे अब जो जिस तरीके से हम लोग काम कर रहे हैं उमर की चेयरमैनशिप में, इट्स रियली वेरी वंडरफुल एंड आई एम रियली ग्लैड कि मैं इस टीम का हिस्सा हूँ कि जहाँ मैं एकेडमिया की सब कमेटी भी चेयर कर रहा हूँ. और इसमें इवेंट्स भी बेतहाशा हैं कि जो हम कंडक्ट कर रहे हैं. और ये अब लगता है कि हम जो है वो अपनी जो कम्युनिटी है, जो अपने एसीसी के जो हमारे लोग हैं उन तक डिलीवर बैक कर रहे हैं. और ये सब कुछ जो है ये डेफिनेटली एक बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग कोऑर्डिनेशन है हमारे एमएनपी की, हमारे एसीसी ऑफिस के साथ. और ये सारे इनिशिएटिव्स जो हैं ये पिछले 3-4 साल के अंदर जो लिए गए हैं, दैट्स रियली एडमायरिंग. मतलब आई एम रियली ग्लैड कि ये हम लोग जो है ये कर पा रहे हैं. और ये जो चीजें अभी हो रही हैं ये शायद इससे पहले इतनी अच्छे लेवल पे कभी नहीं हुई है. सो ये बहुत बड़ी अपॉर्चुनिटी है उन सारे एसीसी न्यू कमर्स के लिए, न्यू मेंबर्स के लिए कि वो लोग जो है वो इसको ज्वाइन करें, इससे बेनिफिट लें और ये चीज को फिर अपने लिए आगे कैपिटलाइज भी करें. और आजकल जो है वैसे भी काउंसिल के इलेक्शन चल रहे हैं जिसमें उमर खुद भी पार्टिसिपेट कर रहे हैं. एंड मैं उसमें सपोर्ट भी करता हूँ उमर को. उमर का काम इतना अच्छा है, इतना स्ट्रांग है कि उसके ऊपर उनको जितना मतलब अप्रिशिएट किया जाए वो भी कम है. और मैं आप सबको भी ये इनकरेज करूंगा कि देखें काउंसिल रिप्रेजेंटेशन जो है वो एक बहुत स्ट्रांग हमारा एरिया है कि जहां पर हमें काम करने की जरूरत है.
Tahir, I'll just try to interrupt there. I think during the election courses, we can't do that one, and sometimes it's become very challenging. They are very complicated election-related rules. I'm not much aware. Harun is,
okay.
but I think there is a certain issue when, as a member,
Tahir,
a lyric started. I don't know.
Sajid is right. Kindly don't name anyone. आप please general terms में बात कीजिए और MNP के हवाले से शेयर कीजिए.
तो मेरा यही सजेशन है कि सबके लिए कि ये अगर ये कलेक्शन भी है तो इन सब के लिए सबको मतलब अपने पार्टिसिपेंट्स को अपनी मतलब जो आप जिस तरह बेहतर समझते हैं उस तरह लोगों को वोट जरूर करें. मतलब जितनी रिप्रेजेंटेशन होगी काउंसिल में उतना स्ट्रांग हमारा जो है वो आगे वोट बैंक होगा. और आई एम रियली ग्लैड कि ये आज हम इस कंक्लूडिंग सेशन में हैं. और आई एम रियली थैंकफुल टू सजीद कि जिन्होंने हमें सारी एमएनपी को इनवाइट किया इस सेशन में. एंड आई एम ग्लैड कि मैं जो है वो इन सब आप लोगों से इंटरेक्ट कर पा रहा हूँ टू सो मेनी पीपल. मेरा एक बहुत स्ट्रॉन्ग एसोसिएशन रहा है स्टूडेंट्स के साथ, मेंटोरशिप की फॉर्म में, अपने टीचिंग की फॉर्म में. तो मेरे बहुत सारे मेरे स्टूडेंट्स होंगे डेफिनेटली कि जो अभी इस वक्त जो है वो 6 डिजिट का वेबिनार ये अटेंड कर रहे होंगे. बहुत सारे लोगों ने मुझे अभी व्हाट्सएप भी किया है.
सॉरी टू इंटरप्ट यू. आप काइंडली दो चीजें अगर कर दें. यू हैव बीन वेरी हम्बल. एक तो प्लीज खुद को जरा प्रॉपर्ली इंट्रोड्यूस कर दें. यूनिट हेड ऑफ बैंक, योर अदर प्रोफेशनल साइड, थोड़ा अपना तारुफ कराएं ताकि हमारे पार्टिसिपेंट्स को आपका सारी आपकी एक प्रोफाइल पता लगे. दूसरा, यू हैव बीन अ पार्ट ऑफ लास्ट MNP and you are elected again mashallah in this MNP which is a result of members trust in you. So please थोड़ा हमारे members को motivate करें. जिस तरह मैंने share किया about the initiatives, उसमें आप कुछ guide करना चाहें, लेकिन please शुरू तो अपने तारुफ से करें. आपने इतनी अच्छी बातें की सबके बारे में, लेकिन अपने बारे में बताना भूल गए. Over to you.
मैं अपने बारे में बताता हूँ. मैं ताहिर सरताज. I am a fellow member of ACCA. I'm a member of ICAP and I have also done SEMA. I'm working as a wing head in National Bank of Pakistan from the last around 10 years now. And I've been in the profession from the last, I mean, post membership, I'm in the profession from the last 14 years. And I have an association with ACCA from the last 20 years now. So it's been a long journey now. And I've served as number of positions. I've served in right now I'm serving in National Bank. Before that, I was in Summit Bank. And during that tenure, I have a privilege of serving as an acting CEO of Summit Capital as well for that period of around 8 months to 1 year. And before that, I was associated with PricewaterhouseCoopers, that is A. Ferguson in Pakistan. From since 2009, I'm in the teaching field. I've taught number of ACCA subjects, ACCA, CA, SEMA subjects, and I was associated with so many ALPs in Karachi, and but the significant contribution or the significant distinction thing about me is the OBU mentorship, which I am currently doing. So, and not only that,
also you have mentored literally
MNP.
thousands of ACCA students.
Yeah, exactly.
I would like
exactly.
to highlight that Tahir is based in Karachi. One thing that we missed out is the beauty of the MNP is that it's also geographically representing all of Pakistan. So we have MNP members in Karachi, in Multan, in Faisalabad, in Islamabad, in Peshawar, in Lahore, in all the major towns of Pakistan. And sorry for the interruption, Tahir, please carry on.
So yes, you very right. You very rightly said that I have mentored a lot of students because I have my close association with students at college level. So yes, indeed, it is and not only that. You see, there's one thing that we are doing at academia level. There's one thing that we are doing at the level where we are guiding the students for their jobs, for their career, how they can improve themselves, I mean, how they should approach their career. You see, that is very important thing. हम लोग जो है वो पाकिस्तान में मैं बाहर देखता हूँ, बाहर लोगों का ये पूरा ये एक प्रोफेशन है कि जहाँ पर लोगों को काउंसिल किया जाता है, स्टूडेंट्स को काउंसिल किया जाता है, बच्चों को काउंसिल किया जाता है. हमारे अनफॉर्चुनेटली इस तरह का कोई मतलब कोई इस तरह का कोई फॉर्मल चैनल नहीं है. और वो अल्टीमेटली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी जो है वो टीचर्स के ऊपर ही आती है कि वो या मेंबर्स के ऊपर ही आती है जो करें, जिसमें आई एम रियली हम लोग जो है वो मैं उसका पार्ट भी हूँ और आई एम रियली ग्लैड कि मैं ऐसे बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स को जो है वो मेंटोर भी कर चुका हूँ इन देयर करियर एंड इन देयर एवरीथिंग. सो दिस इज रियली an honor for me.
So guys, if you need any help or any mentorship, Tahir is your guy, and he is our head of the academia subcommittee as well. Tahir, last thing before we can let you go, not go, you will have to stay here, but moving on to next part. ये बताएं, आपने already mentioned किया, and it's very kind of you, of the dynamic change that you have observed over the years in MNP and the working. तो थोड़ा हमें ये गाइड करें कि अब आपकी एकेडेमिया सब कमेटी की क्या एस्पायरेशन है, क्या चीजें आप अचीव करना चाह रहे हैं, और कैसे ये डिफरेंट जो प्रोग्राम्स हमने प्रपोज किए थे 6 digit 2 week 2 strong पिछली MNP पे, and they became a part of the reality. और entire ACCA team especially सजीद ने उसमें बहुत हमें असिस्ट किया, हमें ऑन बोर्ड लिया, एंड ऑब्वियसली सारी MNP ने उसमें वॉलंटियर किया, पार्टिसिपेट किया. एंड देन मेरे लिए तो एक बड़ी प्राउड मोमेंट है कि हमारी स्टूडेंट है कुरैतुलैन पिछले 6 digit प्रोग्राम की, एंड नाउ शी इज अ पार्ट ऑफ द MNP. सो आई एम रियली प्राउड ऑफ दैट. और आप कुरैतुलैन इसका सोच के रखो, आपको मैंने हिंट दे दिया, ये मैंने आपसे पूछना है. तो ये सारी चीजें जो आपने ताहिर देखी हैं, आपको कैसा फील होता है, और आगे के लिए आपकी क्या एस्पायरेशन है एज हेड ऑफ द एकेडेमिया सब कमेटी?
डेफिनेटली जो हम लोग अभी अपनी सब कमेटी के अंदर एकेडमिया में बेसिकली जो हम काम कर रहे हैं, उसके लिए सबसे पहले हमें ये देखना है कि एसीसीए कितना प्रोग्रेस कर रहा है। एसीसी अपनी एकेडमिया के ऊपर जो है वो बहुत काम कर रहा है, नए नए सब्जेक्ट्स आ रहे हैं, नई नई चीजों में डेवलपमेंट हो रही है। पहले वो सब्जेक्ट P2 हुआ करता था, वो SBR हो गया है। पहले सब्जेक्ट P3 हुआ करता था, अब जो है वो SBL हो गया है। क्यों? क्योंकि उसके अंदर बहुत सारी चीजों में डायनामिक्स में चेंज आ गया है। अब जो एक्सपेक्टेशन है SBL के एग्जामिनर की, जो कि पहले P3 में हुआ करती थी, उसमें बहुत बड़ा चेंज है, बहुत बड़ा चेंज है। ये वो सारी चीजें हैं कि जिससे हमारे जो वो लोग कि जिन्होंने ये P3 शायद जिन्होंने SBL नहीं किया और जो अभी मेंबर बन चुके हैं, तो हम बेसिकली उनके ऊपर काम करना चाहते हैं कि जो एग्जिस्टिंग मेंबर हैं, हम उनको ये चीजें कैसे लेकर डिलीवर करें, कैसे इस तरह की जो चेंजेस आ रही हैं, कोर्सेज में चेंजेस आ रही हैं, चीजों में चेंजेस आ रही हैं, उसको किस तरीके से लेके आगे जो है वो डिलीवर करें। तो हमारी जो सब कमेटी है, उसका सबसे बड़ा जो ऑब्जेक्टिव है वो यही है कि वी आर गोइंग टू डिलीवर द न्यू थिंग्स, द न्यू इनोवेशंस, द चीजों में जिस तरह की चीजें जो अपकमिंग आ रही हैं, किस तरह से ये SBL का क्या मोडेलिटी है, वो क्या एक्सपेक्ट कर रहा है स्टूडेंट से, और एग्जिस्टिंग मेंबर्स को उसको किस तरीके से हम पहुंचाएंगे। ये सारी बातें हैं कि जो हमारी की ऑब्जेक्टिव्स हैं हमारे एकेडमिया के सब कमेटी के। इसके अलावा हम लोगों ने बहुत सारे इंटरव्यूज भी कंडक्ट किए हैं, मेरी सब कमेटी ने भी लास्ट ईयर में भी किए थे और अभी भी कर रहे हैं, जिसमें मतलब मैं खुद भी पार्टिसिपेट कर रहा हूँ, कि जिसमें हम लोग जो है वो डिफरेंट ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के जो केस स्टडीज हैं उनको मेंबर्स तक लेकर आना, उनको मेंबर्स तक करना कि ये किस तरह से इनकी चीजें जो है वो आगे ग्रो करेंगी। तो ये एक हमारा एक बड़ा कोर एरिया है कि हम एग्जिस्टिंग मेंबर्स के ऊपर जो है वो काम करें और उनको किसी तरीके से उनकी जो एक जो लैकिंग है या जो गैप है, हम उसको कवर अप कर सकें। सो ये एक एरिया है कि जिसपे हम लोग पर्टिकुलरली फोकस कर रहे हैं।
Great.
Thank you,
If we
Tahir. I
have
think
time, I
Salman
want to
Zafar, sorry, I'll just
ask
request
Koratul
Salman
and
Zafar
something.
has joined. Salman Zafar has joined, and Salman, if you can switch on the video as
Okay,
well.
great.
Ji, Assalamu alaikum. How are you, Sajid? How is everyone? I am really very sorry. If you could just give me 15 minutes, I am driving from the hospital. If you could just give me 15 minutes, I'll be able to switch on my camera.
Okay, great. And thank you. Thank you, Salman. And just a quick one, if we can request people who want to ask any question, we have got MNP here. So let's try to spend next 10-15 minutes in a, if you have any question, I can unmute you, raise your hand, and we can unmute and you can ask your question there. There's a question from Usman Khalid. Please, will you mention the name of the MNP and subcommittees and their heads? I think we will request Mottahid to send that list later to all the participants. There's a 9, if I'm not mistaken, there are 9 committees plus, and we will be giving you a certain information around it and how to get connected. If you can raise your hand, that would be easier. You can participate more proactively. How to participate in taxation subcommittee? Is MNP volunteer role or a proper job? It's a volunteer role, and that's what we really appreciate. That it's not something which they get paid for. It's a lot of energy which they bring there. If Umar, Kuratulan, and Tahir, if you can mute yourself. Meanwhile, let me try to ask people to raise hand, and we can bring them in. Yeah, we got 1, 2, 3. Okay. So sorry. Syed Ali Ghalib Naqvi. Ali, if you want to go ahead, you are unmuted now. Okay. Quab, our merciful warrior. If you can go ahead. Quab.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum salam.
And assalamualaikum to all the MNP. Uh, First of all, thank you so much for all these months and every skill you've given us and everything you've been doing for us. I just have one question, sir, and Sir Sajid आपसे भी और MNP से भी कि as everyone knows, this year COVID hit us very badly. और जो पाकिस्तान में जो करेंसी फ्लक्चुएशन रही है पाउंड टू पीकेआर जो मेन करेंसीज है उसकी वजह से जो इस साल की एनुअल सब्सक्रिप्शन है फॉर मेंबर्स स्पेसिफिकली इट्स अबव 200 पाउंड। तो ये सब्सक्रिप्शन फिक्स करने का कोई इनिशिएटिव या इसको कम करने का कोई इनिशिएटिव लिया जा रहा है या इसके बारे में सोचा जा रहा है, दैट वुड बी रियली ग्रेट टू हेल्प अस कीप अप विद आवर मेंबरशिप।
Umar, do you want to take that question? Umar, you are muted right now. Umar, you are muted.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can now. Yes.
Okay, great. Okay, I think we already answered this question about subscription. Look, there are two things to look at. Number one, no doubt, it's been a crisis situation and throughout the world. The steps that ACCA took has been unprecedented. I don't know any other accounting body which has introduced option for part payment over 6 installments, extension of the deadline by almost 9 months, as well as increase in the support income level for the reduced subscription or support subscriptions. So all of that has been done. Now you need to understand two things. I've already told you that MNP is the advisory body. Similarly, ACCA Pakistan officials are very positive. I must share that when I have discussions with Sajid. There are many things we can't say here, but we agree on many things and we communicate them. However, there is a process how things happen. So the AGM, the next AGM is to happen on 19 November. And the policy decisions will be discussed there. And then these things will be discussed in the next council meeting. And these are the decisions which will go through the sounding board. Because remember, we need to understand ACCA is a global body. Any decision that they take has a global ramification. Obviously, we as your representatives communicate what your aspiration and issues are. But when a decision has to be taken, they have to see all the global perspective. And there's an entire process how these things happen. But despite all that process, the best possible that could be done in this time, and let me share again, it's been an unprecedented step that has been taken. And I've shared that with you before. What we'll do is we'll continue to share your aspirations and the business plans about them. And it is our council that would ultimately act as a sounding board to help devise the strategy about that. We on our part will communicate your aspiration. And as everyone has been saying, please cast your vote, become part of the process so that your voice become more stronger.
Thank you, Umar. And just to add a couple of things around the subscription and starting with the members first, member have got 3 tiers of subscription. There is a 54, 119, and other is the 256 or 258 if I'm not mistaken. And then the 119 or 120 is the one where your annual income is less than £8,000. So you can claim that one. So that's called the reduced subscription. And that's called under the financial hardship. And then if you have a full-time care area, like if you are not working these days, so you can go for a £54. So there are 3 different tiers for the membership, and that is specifically created to cater the needs of different countries and these currency fluctuation. If we come to the affiliates and the student, these again, we are a membership body, so these things happen for the members first. In case of the affiliates and the student, there was an option to defer that, and there was a part payment option which is available to member as well, but they are not multiple tiers available in case of the membership side of it. So the membership will remain there. We can create a different methodologies which can help you to pay that, but it's not possible to go beyond a certain level. Just to go in a very candidly, I think knowing that Pakistan is still, and by the way, still, you have to understand from a member perspective, there are only 25% people who are on a reduced subscription, and the 75% people are on a full subscription. That's mean their earning level have already attained to the level जहाँ पे वो उस subscription को afford कर सकते हैं. पाकिस्तान में जो हमने अप्रोच यूज की थी और एमएनपी पे भी हमारी बड़ी डिस्कशन हुई थी इस पे कि व्हाट इज द राइट अप्रोच, कीप रिड्यूसिंग द सब्सक्रिप्शन और हेल्पिंग मेंबर्स टू अर्न बेटर, एंड वी चोज दैट the reducing the subscription is not a solution. It's basically we have to go out and make sure the members are properly paid and they develop themselves to the level where the membership subscription become irrelevant. Definitely, if you are part of a foreign accounting body, there is a certain currency fluctuation and the currency thing which may stay there for a while till we get the flexibility and and some areas where we can have that local one. But that's a very long-term plan if we look at that one. But if you compare the subscription of ACCA and you compare it with even the national body side, I'm not sure how much you are familiar with that. So the actual cost of maintaining the membership, even with a national body, is way higher than what we see as a simple membership fee, because there is a 2,000 average per CPD hours, and you have to complete 40 CPD hours per year, and at least जो उसमें से verifiable होते हैं that's more than 20. So that's mean आपको 40-50,000 rupees अपने CPDs complete करने के लिए generally pay करने पड़ते हैं plus subscription fee. So the maintenance cost of the subscription for the membership is, in case of ACCA, even with the full membership fee in Pakistan, is way less than the what people have to really incur in case of a local national body membership cost. So understand the overall dynamics. पाकिस्तान में हम जितनी मर्जी सब्सक्रिप्शन जीरो होगा तो उसमें भी साथ आ जाता है कि कैन वी हैव सम मनी और इनकम सपोर्ट फ्रॉम ACCA, व्हाई कांट वी हैव इनकम सपोर्ट अगर पहली सब्सक्रिप्शन जीरो. सो दैट्स अ नेवर एंडिंग स्टोरी. The actual focus should be how we can work together to ensure that your earning level goes to attain to the level where the subscription and these छोटी मोटी ये cost जो होती है, आपने 2 कनाल का घर लेना है, मर्सिडीज लेनी है, तो ये it should become irrelevant for everybody if you really aim that high. Right? So look at that side, how we can really work together to ensure that subscription may not be something which is very essential. You have got more aggressive target, I'm sure, in your life. So work towards that, and these things become irrelevant given you improve the income level. So what do you think? If you can't think big, you can't get there either. Okay, any other question? If you want to raise your hand, and we can bring people there. We have got Mohammed Adnan.
There's a question that caught my eye, Sajid, while you were speaking. A gentleman, Murtaza Hussaini, asked the question, and it seems like maybe, and then Fajad, the process is still not clear, so I'll just take a minute. Please understand one thing, how the things work is, Council is the global sounding board that decides the policies. MNP act as an advisory body which give advices to ACCA Pakistan, head of ACCA Pakistan, to be precise, and to Council. Head of ACCA Pakistan also pass this on to the head office as well as the Council. So it's not the domain of the head of ACCA Pakistan or the MNP to take policy decisions. They cannot. What we can do is what Sajid mentioned to you, and I think it's a great strategy कि जो चीज आपके हाथ में है, आप पॉलिसी फैसला नहीं ले सकते, लेकिन जो कर सकते हैं वो करें. और बड़ी अच्छी स्ट्रेटेजी है ये जो अभी 6 डिजिट हो रहा है कि if the earning capacity is increased, then it becomes irrelevant. क्योंकि ये जो हमारे पाउंड्स में पेमेंट है, बाहर हमारे मेंबर्स की या पाकिस्तान में भी जहाँ अर्निंग कैपेसिटी ज्यादा है उनको फील नहीं होती। तो जो हमारे 25% मेंबर्स हैं, स्पेशली जो न्यू मेंबर्स हैं, जिनको ये फील होता है, एक तो उनके लिए सजीद ने बड़े अच्छे अंदाज से आपको शेयर किया कि डिफरेंट टीयर्स हैं, डिपेंडिंग ऑन आप आउट ऑफ जॉब हैं, इनकम सपोर्ट पे हैं, कहाँ पे हैं। दूसरा, उसके बाद ये सारे प्रोग्राम्स इसीलिए हैं कि आपको अपस्किल करें और इंशाल्लाह आपकी अर्निंग कैपेसिटी फर्दर इंक्रीज हो। एक चीज जो मैं आपको अश्योर करता हूँ, और ये मैं खुल के बता रहा हूँ आपको, कि ना सिर्फ आपकी MNP बट ACCA पाकिस्तान टीम, स्पेशली क्योंकि सजीद से हमारी बहुत डिस्कशंस होती है, MNP की भी होती है, आपकी सारी एस्पायरेशंस रेलिवेंट फोरम्स पे कम्युनिकेट भी करते हैं। और आपके लिए अब मैं ये बता देता हूँ, लिटरली वो जो होता है ना कि फुल डिबेट्स एंड क्रिएटिंग आर्ग्यूमेंट्स एंड पुटिंग इट फॉरवर्ड, हर चीज वो आपके लिए की जाती है। हाउएवर मैं पर्सनली बिलीव करता हूँ कि ये जो सजीद की स्ट्रेटेजी है, ये MNP में भी बड़ी दफा डिस्कस हुई है, स्पेशली इन दीज सर्कमस्टांसेस दिस इज बेस्ट। अगर एक घर का आमदनी और खर्चे का इशू हो तो आप एक हद तक खर्चा कम कर सकते हैं। इट्स अ नेवर एंडिंग स्टोरी। तरीका ये है कि आप आमदनी बढ़ा दें ताकि वहां से आपको वो प्रॉब्लम, वो हिट फील ना हो। और ये 6 डिजिट, ये CPDs, ये 2 वीक 2 स्ट्रॉन्ग, ये सारे प्रोग्राम और अब 7 डिजिट इन्हीं चीजों के लिए हो रहे हैं। तो आई होप कि ये अब आपको कुछ इसके ऊपर क्लैरिटी ज्यादा आ गई हो। थैंक यू। ओवर टू यू सजीद।
Thank you. There is a question regarding the mentorship as well. Adnan, Mudassir, and Ghalib, I'll come back to you again. There's a question around the mentorship program. It's a global initiative where the ACCA members and students are associated with the senior members, and they take you through the mentorship program. अभी पाकिस्तान में हम इसके मैकेनिज्म को वी आर स्टिल इवैल्यूएटिंग कि इसकी ट्रैकिंग किस तरह होगी, एसोसिएशन किस तरह होगी, सो वी आर स्टिल वर्किंग ऑन दैट। और अभी हमारे पास जो इस वक्त बड़े मेंटोरशिप प्रोग्राम चल रहे हैं लाइक 6 digits and the 7 digits upcoming, so these all are the program which comes under the similar mentorship program, or one-to-one mentorship or one-to-many mentorship. There are a lot of structures which we are evaluating how we can accommodate that in a current situation. But definitely mentorship program is that where you can select and you can be I think paired with one of a senior member who can assist you developing your thought process, how you will be able to really must be no okay. It's how we can really help them to develop the thought process to resolve the issues in their professional life. So right now, because we are already in a 6-digit program, another mentorship program is coming as a 7-digit, and there's a new batch of 6-digit is also coming up where the members and ACCA and the external parties come and share their views and try to build that mindset. Let me request Adnan Salat if you want to.
Okay, thank you so much.
Ji, please go ahead.
So, guys, मेरे दो questions हैं with specific to the MNP, and one question is related to the Advocacy Award. तो पहला क्वेश्चन ये है कि what's the Advocacy Award criteria? इसके अंदर quantification criteria क्या है for the winners? और दूसरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि like we have all the senior members, senior fraternity at the MNP board as well. So is there any report or is there anything that is being published officially by ACCA that we can measure that those folks which have been elected by the representatives by us members, so would pushing those steps or bringing those suggestions to the board that needs to be brought out for the betterment of ACCA community? Is there any official report or is there anything that is being published by ACCA that these are the suggestion steps that is being proposed by the MNP members, and these are the work that is being carried out by them throughout their tenure, and these are the achievement that has been done so far? So is there any report
Thank you, Salat. Two things here. For the Advocacy Award, every year, it's a global project, number one. And there's a email which is circulated to all the members to share their contribution. There's a certain criteria, there's a certain pattern that how they can contribute there. People do submit their achievement, their contributions, and then it goes to a panel which make the decision call on a different areas that how they have contributed. और उसमें sometimes question answers भी होते हैं, but most of the time आपकी एक written statement और flow होता है जिसकी base पे सबसे पहले आपको जब invite किया जाता है, then you submit that और उसकी base पे फिर advocacy award का decision होता है. There is a local level, regional level, and the global levels as well. So that's what the advocacy award is. From a MNP perspective, there are two steps where the MNP, we are not talking consul right now, we are talking about the MNP here. So from an MNP perspective, there is a peer evaluation which happens in the MNP quarterly meetings, that how people are contributing, who's contributing, and which task, what society has taken up. But as a overall MNP, there is a AGM which happens, annual general meeting, where a complete report is shared that what were the issues, how it was done, and normally it quite a lengthy presentation reflecting the overall, the entire year recommendation, which recommendation worked. Even it goes up to the level, even the budgets, with last time when we were talking about when we had a year back rather pre-COVID, कि budget में जो हमने recommendations दी थी उनमें से कौन सी accept हुई, budget में कौन सी accept नहीं हुई. So there is a lot of detailed conversation which happen और वो फिर members के पास normally वो presentation जो है वो share भी हो रही है. तो MNP के दो level पे evaluation हो रही होती है, एक उनकी peer evaluation होती है within the MNP, and then there is a AGM जहाँ पे overall members के साथ discussion हो रही होती है और share किया जाता है what's happening. Kurtulan, I think, does it answer your question, Adnan?
Yeah, pretty much. Thank you so much.
But stay connected. I think there's a lot of information which keep coming out off and on. But जो आपकी regular reports होती हैं, जो AGM में share होती है, वो आपके पास सबसे comprehensive MNP के हवाले से होती है. Council की इसके अलावा होती है, वो annual report globally issue हो रही होती हैं. और एक report on regulation, regulatory affairs होती है, वो भी एक बड़ी comprehensive report है. I always encourage everybody to look at that, how the regulatory function works. Kurtulan, you want to contribute something? You want to share something?
Basically, take that question regarding the mentoring program.
Gigi, please go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can even register in that. बहुत beneficial है, given के in the 6-stage program, you are getting connected and getting mentored from Pakistani mentors. If you go and register in that program, you can get connected to global mentors as well, I mean, like the global ACCA representatives. So you can even select the mentor you want to get mentored from. So that process works like that. So this is a very beneficial program. Do register for that.
Thank you, Kurtulan. Thank you. And if you can come to Ali Ghalib Naqvi, you can unmute yourself, and then Usman Muhammad Ashraf.
Sajid, before that, can I add something on this question about the mentoring one? Okay, so formal mentoring initiative का तो आपको डिटेल से सजीद ने बताया, कुरैत ने भी शेयर किया. इनफॉर्मली एक हमने अपना प्रोफेशनल एक्सपर्ट फॉरम पाकिस्तान में लॉन्च किया था, और जैसे सजीद ने बताया आफ्टर दिस ग्लोबल इनिशिएटिव अब इसके मैकेनिक्स वर्कआउट हो रहे हैं, लेकिन तमाम MNP मेंबर्स अपनी पर्सनल कैपेसिटी में हमेशा अवेलेबल हैं आपको मेंटर करने के लिए. मैंने आपसे शेयर अपना किया, ताहिर ने किया, अब कुरैत भी इधर है, सलमान भी इधर है, एवरीवन. आप किसी को भी कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं और दे विल बी मोर देन हैप्पी टू गाइड यू. And this is in addition to the global mentoring program and other programs like 6 digits, 7 digits, 2 week, 2 strong. Thank you.
You can even build global connections with through that mentoring program as well.
Thank you, Kurat, and thank you, Umar. And if we can have Usman Ashraf.
Hello, Assalamu alaikum. My name is Usman, and I would like to ask two questions here. First of all, did our council doing something about promoting the data science and artificial intelligence and business intelligence in relation to finance to our members, or some kind of a course or some kind of a CPD program? It's very beneficial. And the second thing what I would like to ask कि this year इतने ज़्यादा CPDs हो नहीं पाए हैं काफ़ी ना, तो फिर हम अपनी CPDs को कैसे कवर करेंगे? जो हमारे वेरीफाइबल CPDs होते हैं उसको कैसे कवर अप करेंगे?
Usman, I'm sure Uma want to
नहीं हो
add
पाए
something. Yeah,
seriously.
I'm sure Uma will add
No,
more,
I just didn't.
but yeah, that's fine, Uma, that's fine. I think
Go ahead,
from a
Sajid,
data
please.
sciences
आप
perspective,
पहले.
I'll pick up first. I think there are a lot of certificate and diplomas and the learning which was pushed through ACCA free of cost. And there was a lovely diploma. Diploma is innovation in finance, which is a machine learning and the deep learning related and data sciences related. And if you are a member, Mohammed Ashraf, Usman, sorry, Usman, if you are a member, you have got EPSM, and EPSM have got a very good pieces free of cost, and it's a assessed one. You get a certificate as well, and it has also got a journal on the data sciences. And if you look at ACCA courseware, I was just reviewing that this morning, the competency framework and the PI side as well, the professional insight which ACCA has released on the technology. That's a that's a marvelous piece of work, and that gives a great insight how the things are working, and as well as that refer to the certain tool sets as well. So I think from a data sciences, and let me be very very proud on that कि ACCA में जितना टेक्नोलॉजी की इन्वॉल्वमेंट है इस वक्त, even from an exam perspective and the content perspective, PR perspective और EPSM perspective, इतना टेक्नोलॉजी फोकस जो है वो हमें किसी और अकाउंटिंग बॉडी परस्पेक्टिव में अकाउंटिंग बॉडी में नहीं नजर आता. बहुत से CPDs जो इस दफा कंडक्ट हुए हैं वो ऑनलाइन कंडक्ट हुए हैं, बट यू कैन स्टिल व्यू दोज वीडियोस and you can use those. But I think अगर आपने वो मिस किया हुआ है ना, जो सर्टिफिकेट्स या डिप्लोमा ड्यूरिंग कोविड फ्री ऑफ कॉस्ट ऑफर हुए थे, दे वर द लवली वन, बहुत अच्छे थे. ऑल्दो वो 240 पाउंड्स और इस तरह करके हैं अब, अगर इफ यू गो एंड यू ट्राई टू डू दैट, बट कीप एन आई एम श्योर देयर आर अदर्स व्हिच कीप कमिंग इन, और उसको जरूर अवेल किया करें जो इस तरह का डिप्लोमा या सर्टिफिकेट होता है, बिकॉज दोज आर द ग्लोबल वन. तो आपके पास CPD की अभी भी ऑप्शंस आएंगी और अभी भी चल रही है. आपका ये 6 डिजिट प्रोग्राम पूरा का पूरा एक वेरीफाइबल CPD में है. सो आपके पास इसको फुलफिल करने के लिए जो है वेरीफाइबल के लिए उसमें आई डोंट थिंक यू शुड हैव एनी इश्यू. इसका सर्टिफिकेट भी वेरीफाइबल पे आएगा, एंड दीज आर 100 आवर्स, सो दैट्स प्रैक्टिकली मीन आप 2.5 साल के लिए कवर्ड है.
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू.
आई थिंक सजीद आपने बड़ी खूबसूरती से आंसर कर दिया. मैं सिर्फ एक चीज शेयर करता हूँ अपकमिंग टेक और डेटा साइंस के हवाले से, कि पाकिस्तान में ACCA पहली अकाउंटिंग बॉडी थी जिसने अपने बजट प्रपोजल्स में इसको इनकॉर्पोरेट किया था और इसके ऊपर CPD सेशन किए थे, आई थिंक मोर देन 3 years ago. और हमारे जो बजट प्रपोजल हैं वो बल्कि ACCA ग्लोबल ने अपनी वेबसाइट पे लिस्ट किया था, and it's a very proud moment for all of us and for me as chair of the MNP and taxation subcommittee. It was put there as a role model. तो ये सजीद ने तो आपसे बहुत डिटेल में शेयर किया about official qualification etc. Even before that हम इस पे CPDs भी कर रहे थे और ये हमारे बजट proposals ideas के अंदर भी शामिल थी. And as he has rightly said, it's something we really pride ourselves on, that we are one of the first ones to always adopt the changes and technology.
Thank you. I think there are we will take one or two questions.
Hi
Ghalib,
everyone.
please come up. Yeah.
Yeah, hi everyone. Thank you so much, first of all, for being here, the esteemed panelists and my colleagues. Some of them I've asked some of my questions. So, can you hear me properly?
Gigi, we can.
Yes,
That's great. Okay, but I have one only question regarding the strategy that the MNP and ACCA perspective for the 5 or 10 years, like because you are saying that the council also dealing with this one coming elections. So what is the currently strategy for Pakistan? So how you are seeing for the you can nail it down to niche, for example, the entrepreneurship, as well as a 7-digit program. I think the second later of that is already being answered. So that's my take.
I'll come back, Ghalib, on that one once we are talking about strategy. And let's take another question on Arsalan Iftikhar Janjua. Arsalan. Arslan, you can unmute yourself.
Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Sir Sajid. I would like to ask the MNP what is their take on audit rights of ACCA in Pakistan, and how oftenly they discuss it among the other MNP members, and how oftenly they discuss it with the ACCA Pakistan. Thank you.
Arslan, before going to MNP, let me tell you, आपके ऑडिट राइट्स और मेंबरशिप के दरमियान रुकावट ना MNP है और ना आपकी मेंबर एस्पिरेशन है, वो मैं हूँ. And I'll let you know why and why there is a different strategy. We don't want to go for audit rights in Pakistan. And there's a reason behind it, and I'll share that reason shortly. So we have got a one question strategy, and just to let you know, this is something जो बहुत ज़्यादा discuss होने वाला topic है. Not only with the MNP, with our global teams as well, and but believe me, आपके इस aspiration में सबसे बड़ी रुकावट मैं हूँ, no one else. So I'll come back with that. Why?
Sajid, अब मुकम्मल कर दें जवाब.
नहीं, अभी नहीं.
Sir,
I
would,
just want to.
Don't
I
leave
just
it
want
there,
to take a
portraying yourself as a.
मैं अवैश
Sir,
बेग
I
से
would
अब
like
सवाल ले ले. अवैश बेग से सवाल ले ले, then we will start talking about it.
Okay, sir.
Assalamu alaikum, sir. Sir, I have a few questions. Can you guys hear me clearly? Am I audible?
जी, we can. जी.
जी, अवैश, we can.
I have a question. Despite losing MNP elections, how can any member contribute in the ACCA initiatives or give his input in ACCA initiatives? This is one of my questions. Secondly, what ACCA is, what initiatives are in pipeline regarding the entrepreneurship, like incubation centers like these, or mentoring programs for the new startups? Are there any initiatives in pipeline?
Thank you, Wes. I'll let Umar reply that the MNP election one after I reply the strategy and audit rights. But believe me, losing or winning MNP election does not mean that you cannot contribute. You can still become a part of society. If not, because it's a lot of time commitment. Believe me, it's not an easy thing to do. It's a lot of life time commitment there. But you can always contribute even in your individual capacity around your own circle. मैं अगर आपसे बात करूं ना, तो सबसे खूबसूरत चीज जो होती है किसी भी प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट के लिए, व्हेन दे स्टार्ट मेंटोरिंग अनदर प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट, वो जो आप लाइफ में 4-5 लोगों को भी सपोर्ट करेंगे ना, जहां पे आप उनको कैरियर बिल्डिंग के लिए, उनको गाइडेंस के लिए करते हैं, दैट्स अ वेरी बिग कंट्रीब्यूशन व्हिच प्रोफेशनल अकाउंटेंट डज अदरवाइज. Right, so those are the important element, and you can still, if you want to become in an official capacity, you can still become a part of the society. You can become a part of a professional expert forum as well, and there are global forums as well जो जो हमारे overall ACCA में exist करते हैं 25 plus. You can become a part of it. So MNP is a one forum, but that's not the only forum to contribute. There are a lot of way you can contribute, and you can share your aspiration. If you feel that there is a certain area, like अभी जो incubation की बात हुई है, you can see a smile on Kuratulan's face, and she is fighting with me that we should have our own ACCA incubation center now, and that's important because every university has it. Why can't we have it? So I'll let her also speak around the incubation center and aspiration which Kuratulan is driving. बट जस्ट कमिंग बैक, उमर, मैं आपको MNP वाला ये जो इलेक्शन वाला क्वेश्चन है मैं आपको वापस देता हूँ. Let me tell you the overall strategy जो हम पाकिस्तान में opt कर रहे हैं. So that's important for you as a member and as a student because you are either a beneficiary of it or you are a affectee of it, जहाँ पे audit rights की बात आएगी. So overall हमारी strategy ये है कि we have to build the capacity and there are 5 career zones जिसको आप आइडेंटिफाई करेंगे. और अगर आप रिसेंटली अगर आप में से किसी ने हमारी एक प्रोफेशनल इनसाइट रिपोर्ट है, अगर आप में से किसी ने देखी हो जिसमें फ्यूचर रेडी टैलेंट की बात हो रही है. सो 5 की कैरियर जोन्स हैं जो इस्टेब्लिश हुए हैं. एक है एश्योरेंस एडवोकेट, द पीपल हु आर वर्किंग ऑन एश्योरेंस सर्विसेज. एंड एश्योरेंस डज नॉट मीन स्टैट्यूटरी ऑडिट, इट्स मीन एश्योरेंस सर्विसेज. वो इंटरनल ऑडिट से लेके even validating an infographic all comes under the assurance services. फिर दूसरा एरिया है जो कि which is called business transformer, the people who really work hard in term of helping business to sustain and transform their current condition to the new condition. और वो एक पूरा transformation का जो concept है वो digital transformations भी हो सकती हैं, वो strategy transformation भी हो सकती है, वो new business models भी हो सकते हैं. So that's another area which we work on. Then we have got a skill set which is more around the data navigator, the people who really love to work with the data, AI, and they create the prediction or predictive models. Even like Kuratlan ने आपको फाइनेंशियल मॉडलिंग की भी बात की थी और इससे पहले भी अभी बात हो रही थी. सो ऑल दोस प्रेडिक्टिव मॉडल्स आल्सो कम अंडर द डेटा नेविगेटर. फिर हमारे पास एक कैटेगरी आती है कैरियर जोन की जो कि डिजिटल प्ले मेकर्स हैं. You have got a lot of members who are working on a technology side and either in a fintech, fincom, जहाँ पे they are actually hands on technology को सीखते हैं और फिर as a subject matter expert उसमें algorithm से लेके और even prototypes तक और programming तक जाते हैं. And then there is a category of a career zone which requires the sustainability trailblazer कहते हैं उन्हें, the people who work in a stable environment, जो चीजों को radically change नहीं करते लेकिन जो एक organization या एक business जो एक stable environment में उसको आगे लेके चलते हैं. तो these are the broadly 5 categories of career options जो कि going forward हम लोग देख रहे होंगे for the young members as well as for the members who are looking for a continuous learning और वो अपने overall career evolution में. So what our role is that to make sure that इससे related information आपके पास हो, इससे related support structure आपके पास हो, and you can also, we can help you to really identify those opportunity and help you to really see what is the best fit for you, and then you can let us know what you need more. So professional insights को promote करना बहुत जरूरी है हमारे लिए. So ये तो from a career aspiration perspective है कि how people should be looking at the career और उसको going forward उसके लिए requirement क्या है, वो personas क्या हैं जो इस career के लिए आते हैं. फिर दूसरी चीज हमारे लिए आ जाती है recognitions. हमारे जो key challenges आते हैं recognitions की किसी भी country के लिहाज से वो 3-4 categories में होते हैं. एक होता है education recognition. For example, foundation diploma की equivalence है, membership की equivalence है, आपके OBU की equivalence है, अगर आप यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ लंदन के पाथवे से आ रहे हैं तो उस डिग्री की equivalence है. So that's what we call the education recognition. फिर दूसरा एरिया होता है स्टैट्यूटरी रिकग्निशन. फॉर एग्जांपल बहुत सी जगह पे स्टैट्यूट डिफाइन करता है कि आप किन पोजीशंस पे इन क्वालिफिकेशंस के साथ या इन मेंबरशिप्स के साथ जा सकते हैं. सो जैसे एससीसीपी डिफाइन कर रहा होता है या कंपनीज ऑर्डिनेंस में आ रहा है या टैक्स लॉज में आ रहे होते हैं या इवन प्रोविंशियल लॉज में आ रहे होते हैं. सो हमने उसमें कंट्रीब्यूट करना होता है, हमने शो करना होता है कि वहां पे जो रेगुलर रेलिवेंट एरियाज हैं वहां पे ACCA qualification, ACCA member और ACCA practicing member, they should be listed there as a part of it ताकि आपकी एक employability के लिहाज से कोई limitation ना हो. Last 3 years में ये recognitions काफी ज्यादा बढ़ी हैं. सवाए statutory audit के there is everything which is right now equal to the national body if you look at that one. So हमारी एक employability की साइड से ताकि आपको आपके पास बड़ा clear pathway हो. फिर हमारे पास कुछ चीजें हैं जो कंट्रोल के इश्यूज आए हैं पाकिस्तान में, बिहेवियर्स के इश्यूज आए हैं. बहुत से लोगों ने अपनी प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस रिक्वायरमेंट सबमिट की, मेंबरशिप में एडमिशन हो गई उनकी, लेकिन उन्होंने वो कंट्रोल्स जो थे, जो परफॉर्मेंस ऑब्जेक्टिव थे, वो प्रॉपरली अचीव नहीं किए थे. सो इसको हम कहते हैं रेगुलेटरी फंक्शन, या आपका एक एज अ कोड ऑफ एथिक्स और कोड ऑफ कंडक्ट होता है जिसको आपने कंप्लाई करना होता है. So these are the things which are part of a regulatory function. So अगर यहाँ पे किसी किस्म की breach आती है, so हमने organization को, क्योंकि ये central teams होती है, so central team को हमने ये रिस्क आइडेंटिफाई करने होते हैं ताकि आपके एज अ मेंबर रेपुटेशन और रिकग्निशन जो है वो मेंटेन रहे। तो एक रेगुलेटरी फंक्शन के लिए पाकिस्तान में हमारी एक स्ट्रेटेजी होती है कि ऐसा कोई भी रिस्क आए तो वो प्रॉपरली अकाउंटेड फॉर हो। फिर बाकी हमारे पास स्टूडेंट्स सपोर्ट का एक बहुत बड़ा एरिया होता है कि जो लोग अपने डिसीजन मेकिंग में जा रहे हैं, दे शुड अंडरस्टैंड दैट commerce is a one of a category, professional accounting is a one of a subcategory, and ACC is a one of a product which can help them to really build the career. फिर जब आप एग्जाम्स के लिए जा रहे हैं तो प्रैक्टिस टू पास से लेके ट्यूटर्स की ट्रेनिंग तक और लर्निंग प्रोवाइडर्स के साथ काम करना, ये सारे हमारे एक एजुकेशन से रिलेटेड और एजुकेशन लैंडस्केप का एक पूरा कंपोनेंट होता है। फिर ट्रेनिंग लैंडस्केप के लिए वर्किंग विद द एम्प्लॉयर्स एंड मेकिंग श्योर दे अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट डज इट टेक फॉर परफॉर्मेंस ऑब्जेक्टिव। और पिछले 2 साल से हम स्पेसिफिकली हमने फोकस किया हुआ है प्रैक्टिकल एक्सपीरियंस सुपरवाइजर्स के साथ कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग में, सो दे अंडरस्टैंड कि जब वो कैपेसिटी बिल्डिंग कर रहे हैं तो व्हाट रियली मैटर्स, परफॉर्मेंस ऑब्जेक्टिव में वो किस तरह किया जाता है, क्योंकि चेंजेस बहुत आ गई हुई हैं लास्ट 2-3 इयर्स में ऑन अ कॉम्पिटेंसी फ्रेमवर्क, सो हम उनको भी रीट्रेन कर रहे हैं। तो दीज आर द, अगर आप मोटी मोटी बात करेंगे तो दीज आर द एरियाज एज अ पाकिस्तान वी वर्क। नाउ कम टू दैट कि हम लोग ऑडिट राइट्स के लिए क्यों नहीं जाते, और ये सवाल सिर्फ आपका नहीं है, ये सवाल रेगुलेटर का भी है कि हम ऑडिट राइट के लिए क्यों नहीं जाते। पाकिस्तान में क्लाइंट रिस्क इज सो हाई, आपके क्लाइंट साइड पे जो रिस्क है वो इतना हाई है कि आप एज अ मेंबर रिगार्डलेस हाउ केयरफुल यू आर, there is a risk that you will miss out on something, right? So उसमें आपकी मेंबरशिप जो है वो एट रिस्क आ जाती है एज अ मेंबर, बिकॉज वहां पे नेग्लिजेंस का रिस्क जो है, इवन विद ऑल योर गुड इंटेंशन, क्लाइंट्स आर नॉट एज क्लीन। और क्लाइंट के लिए अभी हमें मेरा ख्याल है 2 से 3 साल और लगेंगे जब बिजनेसेस इन चीजों को कंप्लायंसेस की साइड पे अंडरस्टैंड करना शुरू करेंगे। And if it become a breach on your side, even as a duty of care में आपने you tried your level best, but you are unable to do that, और वहां पे कोई breach आ जाती है, so that become a global issue for ACCA, क्योंकि it's not that कि पाकिस्तान के मेंबर की एक मेंबरशिप कैंसिल हो गई है just because कि वहां पे जो क्लाइंट था उसने कुछ चीजें प्रॉपर्ली डिस्क्लोज नहीं की थी, and that will constitute at some point of time most likely कि lack of duty of care। और वो जो रिपोर्ट है ना वो आपके पास फाइनेंशियल टाइम्स में आ रही होगी कि ACCA के गवर्नेंस प्रोसेसेस आर नॉट स्ट्रांग इनफ टू रियली कैप्चर द ऑडिट साइड ऑफ इट। सो पाकिस्तान के पर्सपेक्टिव से और कंट्रीज लाइक पाकिस्तान, अगर आप अफ्रीका, इंडिया, बांग्लादेश और श्रीलंका इन सब की बात करें कलेक्टिवली, तो वहां पे ये जो जहां पे कंप्लायंसेस लेवल और इन्फोर्समेंट ऑफ कंप्लायंस लो है, वहां पे एटलीस्ट मैं, एंड दैट्स अगेन इट्स नॉट ACCA, I feel it's so risky for Pakistani members as well as for ACCA globally that just because of a client risk, our member or our membership come under the question of duty of care. So that's why I don't go for that. But do we understand? We do understand कि आपकी एक aspiration है, उसके लिए हमने एक proper pathway develop किया हुआ है ICMAP के साथ, जहाँ पे आप एक एग्जाम दे के you can become a part of a national body, एंड वहां उसके थ्रू आप ऑडिट राइट्स में बिल्कुल जा सकते हैं, और वहां पे वी आर वर्किंग वेरी क्लोजली विद देम ऑन on account of how the governance should work locally और कितना हम उसको robust कर सकते हैं. We do want to contribute in our audit profession and we are contributing in our audit profession. हमें quality of audit को improve करना है, no doubt about it, but without putting our member or a global membership at risk. So that's why we don't go for the audit rights in Pakistan. I hope that covers most of the answers. And उमर मैं आपको 1-2 मिनट दूंगा and then I have to wrap up because 8:20 पे हमें इसको close करना है।
अच्छा, आई वुड लाइक कि पहले उन 2 मिनट में से 1 मिनट हम सलमान जफर साहब को दे दें, जिन्होंने हमें ज्वाइन किया हुआ और 1 घंटे से बड़े सुकून से सुन रहे हैं।
So he should switch on the video. Yeah, Salman, please switch on the video.
I am really sorry. I have been stuck in the traffic ever since. So actually, I was rather enjoying the conversation that was going on. Firstly, I would like to clarify one thing regarding the audit rights. As far as I know, company's ordinance does not bar you from auditing any entity as long as its share capital is below 3 million. Plus, see, it's all about perspective, I believe, because I personally think I've been looking over the internal audit functions myself now for a quite period of time. I personally believe that internal audit is rather a more, you can say, effective area to actually achieve what we really want to achieve by enhancing the controls and the systems. Overall, usse phir ultimately, as the concern shared by Umar Saab, sorry, Sajid, कि जो हमारे we cannot really risk our membership over this issue. Plus, एक पहले मैंने एक क्वेश्चन सुना था, some gentlemen just said कि what is the strategy of ACCA and MNP? I think 6 digits is a strategy itself, and it's enough of a strategy, because the ultimate objective of any professional body that can be, it is the elevation of its members. And apart from that, I can assure you that under the very able leadership of Omar Saab in the MNP and Sajid as the head of ACCA Pakistan, our majorly what we discuss overall is how we can improve the standards, improve the elevate our members overall, and that is has always been the key area with which we have always strategized ourselves in the MNP and in the ACCA Pakistan. So I would rather be very happy जो contribute करना चाहते हैं, जैसे सजीद ने कहा कि nothing restricts you. You have our profiles, you have our names. We will be more than happy if somebody comes and contribute with us, because under the umbrella of ACCA, we are all one team. That would
Thank
be
you,
all.
Salman. So, Sajid, do I still have a minute or two?
Yeah, max that one.
Okay. Okay, the question, I think you answered that beautifully. I had actually answered both the question about contributing when losing the election and for the entrepreneurship subcommittee in the question box publicly, but perhaps they didn't see. So I'll just quickly highlight these both. Number one, for the entrepreneurship, both Ali, who is heading the entrepreneurship subcommittee, and Kuratulan, about whom Sajid told me, have been advocating that ACCA should have its own incubation center. However, I had a discussion with Sajid, and Sajid had a very rational point of view that we already have partners which have the entire ecosystem. So when we are starting this initiative, why don't we use that? First, see how it goes, and then later on, we can see whether there is a need to commit resources. And I think that's the way to go about it. And you'll be hearing a lot from the entrepreneurship subcommittee about it. Secondly, about contributing, I think the answer has been comprehensively covered by Sajid and Salman. I would just simply share by example. Almost 10 years ago, I was not even a member of MNP. I was just helping ACCA members on my own and assisting them, especially in text bars. That's where I first time met Haroon Jan, who is the regional head of member affairs now. And later on, I assisted in coordinating for the MOUs, etc. Then I came on the MNP. Then I became the head of a subcommittee. Then I became again the head of the subcommittee, then MNP chair, then International Assembly, Global Tax Forum. So one thing that I would suggest to you is, if you want to contribute, designations is not important. Designations are not important. Your will to contribute is important. If you want to come on MNP, we are all one. Please share your CV. By all means, you won the election, you lost the election, you contested the election, you never contested the election. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you have time and skills to contribute, and we will welcome you. And one thing that I would advise you is that throughout my career, I've always made sure to be available to members. When you want to contribute, please do that, because remember, these positions are not designations to wear. They are symbols of responsibility that we should be able to execute. And as far as your MNP is concerned, despite being an advisory body, Sajid will testify to the fact how tirelessly we work and how we go beyond the call of the duty. Even at time we push that, okay, we want to do this, please make it happen. Somebody said, do you have this discussion with MNP? Sajid will tell you he has a lot of patience. how much we are telling him things all the time. इन बेचारे का तो हम दिमाग खा जाते हैं, इनकी बड़ी हिम्मत है, तो ये इसको टेस्टिफाई करेंगे। बाकी इंशाल्लाह दिस इज नॉट द लास्ट बट द फर्स्ट सेशन, आपसे आगे भी राब्ता रहेगा। प्लीज गेट इन टच, इनफैक्ट वी encourage you to get in touch to contribute. Thank you, Sajid, over to you.
Thank you. Kuratulan, you want to share something? 2 minutes only, because after 2 minutes, I need to really wrap it up. Incubation center.
Okay, in addition to incubation center, I would like to talk about the audit. I would just want you guys to think along the lines like, why do you guys even want to start an audit practice? जिस तरह 6 digits program में भी हम लोगों ने ensure किया है, the future skills are going to be different. Okay, audit जो as a field है, it's going to आप कह सकते हो कि खत्म होने वाली, like being an IT auditor is going to matter, not being an auditor, और उसके different skill sets हैं. So it's better to develop your career right now in strategy, evaluation, and I mean data analysis and IT skills rather than in just audit. Going forward, in regarding the second question, entrepreneurship. So yes, we are working on that. In the uske andar do perspective hai. In the initial phase, we are going for the collaboration. We will be going for the collaborations in the existing जो मार्केट में अभी इंक्यूबेटर्स हैं उनके साथ। अभी आप लोग करंटली अगर देख रहे हो तो हमारे सेशंस भी आ रहे हैं, और जो है इसके अलावा हम लोगों उनके साथ कोलैबोरेशंस में डिफरेंट पॉइंट्स आ जाते हैं कि हम लोग अब दैट टोटली डिपेंड्स अपॉन, अभी हमारे वो प्लान्स इन प्रोसेस हैं कि हाउ वी गोइंग टू गो फॉरवर्ड। उसके अंदर बीइंग एन ACCA मेंबर वी कैन इंश्योर दैट वी develop a quota system, or like we can ensure कि because जो आपके NIC या बाकी स्टार्टअप्स होते हैं उनके अंदर मोस्टली जो टेक्निकल लोग होते हैं दे नीड फाइनेंस पर्सन, तो हम लोग उनके साथ कोई ऐसा पार्टनरशिप कर सकते हैं कि जिसके अंदर हम लोग इंश्योर कर सकें कि दे टेक द फाइनेंस पार्टनर्स फ्रॉम ACCS, जो भी अगर कोई करना चाहे तो दे आर डिफरेंट ऑप्शंस। देन रिगार्डिंग द अदर पर्सपेक्टिव इंक्यूबेशन, उसके ऊपर काम कर रहे हैं रिगार्डिंग, वो भी इन प्रोसेस डेवलपमेंट है कि इन हाउस जो हमारा ACCA का होगा, बिकॉज हमारे पास अपने पास सारे स्किल्स और एक्सपर्टीज भी हैं, हमारे पास टेक्स्ट में भी लोग हैं, हमारे पास स्ट्रेटेजी में भी है रिगार्डिंग वट एवर ऑप्शन यू नीड इन ड्राइविंग योर बिजनेस। So both options are under consideration और gradually सारे programs roll out हो रहे हैं। अगर आप ACCA की वेबसाइट के ऊपर देखें तो even ACCA पाकिस्तान भी आपको gradually मेल्स CPDs भी आते रहते हैं, एंड जो दूसरी collaborations जैसा अभी recently अगर कोई if some female ladies listening तो हमारा एक सर्कल के साथ collaboration आई है in support, so that's a very beneficial program, so you can enroll in that in the next cycle or anything. So yes, in both categories, things are going forward. So look out for the space. जो चीज मैटर करती है, that's your participation. So do participate. अगर आप in contact नहीं रहेंगे तो obviously you will miss out on the opportunities, and बाद में concerns mostly raised होते हैं regarding के opportunities नहीं है. So that's not the case. So you have to look out for the opportunities. So keep in touch with your community plus with the ACCA management and MNPs as well. मैंने एक क्वेश्चन पढ़ा था कि how you have to reach out. So I guess we all are available on LinkedIn, plus हमारे numbers भी, I guess मेरा number तो share भी होगा आप सबके साथ. So you can contact me anytime. I guess जिन लोगों ने contact किया भी है तो we are readily available to them as well. But the point is you have to take initiative yourself as well if you really want to go ahead.
Thank you, Kuratulan. Just on a closing remarks, we have got a minute or so. The 6 digit is not about how you develop a skill or how you do how you get to the tool set there. I think the entire program is to help you develop a mindset that आप सोचिए कि आप सोचते कैसे हैं। अगर आप उसको बदलना शुरू करेंगे तो बहुत सी अपॉर्चुनिटीज आपको अदरवाइज नजर आना शुरू हो जाएंगी। So thank you very much for people who have contributed throughout the program. Thank you MNP as well for taking out time. We again remember that they all are volunteer, and we are talking about 8:20 right now. Everybody has sacrificed their dinner time. I saw one meetup dinner opportunity. We will definitely our merciful warrior. we will be availing that at some point of time when SOP will allow us. I'm a big fan of that. We should have a face-to-face conversations and at least some catch-ups there. But keep in mind, this program is not about that how you do the financial modeling. This program is all about what robust assumptions you are going to take and what the mindset you are going to reflect is a fixed mindset or it's a growth mindset, and that will ultimately determine how you develop a business plan, how you take your assumptions, how you create a financial modeling around it. So guys, thank you very much, and I think Mutahid and Harun will be in touch with you for the distribution of the certificates. So hamari side se just a one message: stay in touch, keep contributing whenever you get an opportunity, and stay well, and Allah Hafiz.